welcome. Today I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do a reading using the Corrupted Tarot on this controversy surrounding Andrew Tate. Specifically on Andrew Tate. I'm not looking at anything else. I think it would be too difficult to ask the tarot about his brother, about other people, or things like this. I'm curious to see if the tarot can tell us if false accusations have been made against Andrew Tate. Now, obviously, sometimes people are tried in the court of public opinion, which doesn't really have any value. There is no evidence in people's opinions. Evidence is evidence. That is down to law enforcement to gather, for detectives, people to investigate. The tarot is a tool that is used as a way to maybe see things that are hidden. But I will make this statement before going ahead with this video. This is purely for entertainment. I'm not accusing or exonerating Andrew in any way. I'm remaining neutral. The tarot is just a tool, as I said. It can form a picture, but in no way can this be used in any shape or form as any type of evidence. So this is I'm only doing this for entertainment and out of my own curiosity, and I welcome you guys to join me and see what the tarot cards can tell us. Okay, this is going to be a very difficult reading here. I do not know if the cards can actually provide an answer to this question, whether Andrew Tate has been falsely accused. What the cards seem to do, though, is paint a picture of the events leading up to the accusation of Andrew Tate, his imprisonment, and what he is currently going through at the moment in terms of his mindset and his feelings. So let's go through this. Remember, the Corrupted Tarot, all cards are reversed. The overall energy for this reading is the Six of Cups. There is a man here on his knees. It appears that he's outside his childhood home. There is a woman here with her arms outstretched. I feel this may be a memory Andrew Tate has of his childhood with his mother. There is a feeling of nostalgia here, a longing for days gone by when life was simpler. This is the overall feeling and energy in this reading. And this pertains to Andrew Tate and maybe how he is now reflecting on his life. Now, we begin from the top section. The Six of Wands. This card says in Latin, Vae victis, woe to the vanquished, woe to the conquered. We see a man here. He is naked. Upon his head there is a crown, and he is blindfolded. His hands are also bound. I'm actually very shocked that this card came out first in this reading. I am extremely surprised that the tarot threw out this card. This is to do with victory, but to me it also seems like an omen of what lay ahead for Andrew in the future. Just as he rose to fame and gained that crown upon his head, He went forward blindly with blind ambition, to a certain degree, not thinking about the consequences of how vocal he was being, the way he was expressing his opinions. Just as he garnered as many friends and allies on his quest for fame and fortune, he also garnered the eye of authority, the media, and he began to make many enemies. So, this card is showing us that, well, let's just think about it. Woe to the conquered. Who is conquered here? To a certain degree, Andrew conquered the world. Perhaps in his mind, there was a certain degree of conquering or creating a certain type of an empire. But he could not foresee the danger that lay ahead for him. Like I said, he is blindfolded, and also his hands are bound. This is where he was taken into custody here. And there was a certain price to be paid. Even though this price has not yet been paid, there's definitely ink has been thrown into the water here. The waters have been muddied, and his reputation is in question now. The next card, again, is very interesting, and is also a surprise here. The Eight of Swords in reverse. There is a woman here. She is inside an Iron Maiden. She has just found the strength to release herself from this prison. Who imprisoned this woman? Who placed this woman within this? I mean, normally this is a mental trap. This is, the mind tornado. But here it is, some woman regaining her mental strength and fortitude, coming forward with something to say. It's interesting that the card representing Andrew Tate is next to this woman. I feel that there is someone here with some kind of evidence, some kind of very bad experience of some type of imprisonment. Did Andrew imprison her? Was there a criminal gang involved? Was there some type of trafficking of women? Was Andrew's fame and fortune on the back of these poor and unfortunate women? There is a suggestion here with this card that this may be the case. The next card is the Ten of Cups in reverse. We see there is a grisly scene here. In the night sky there is a skull, and the 10 cups are spilled upon this home. This is a very stately home. This took time to build and to acquire. There is opulence and decadence here. There have been some very good times here, and the hedonistic parties and things going on within this house have now soured and poisoned the water of those cups. There is some corruption here. The following card is the Four of Pentacles in reverse. This is to do with greed and hoarding. This is the attainment of wealth and money, holding on to it so tightly that it's almost like you're wishing to protect all of these things that you've acquired by any means possible. So Again, I feel this is the wealth that Andrew has attained here. He is holding on tightly to it, but this in a way has blinded him and has led to spiritual poverty. You may have material wealth, but now I feel that there is spiritual poverty here. And again, I feel it was almost like a Machiavellian type of trait within Andrew's character here. You know, the means justify the ends. Willing to do anything to achieve your goals. Next to that card is the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We see here there is a dark hand reaching up towards this fiery pentacle. This to me suggests that some authority is now coming in, attempting to seize Andrew's assets. Whatever types of investments that Andrew has made, whatever means the authorities feel they can use to try to freeze his assets, they will attempt to do, and they will attempt to seize his wealth. The next card is the World in reverse. This is the mother of the universe being confronted by the great snake Ophion. This is apocalypse. This is an ending. This may be an energy perhaps in the future where there may be some great misfortune for Andrew. I feel that there will be more accusations made, perhaps some real evidence gathered. But there is something I feel terrible coming in the future regarding this story. The next card is the Moon in reverse. Here we see a werewolf creature looking into a shattered mirror. This card is to do with not being able to accept facets of your own personality, not being able to recognize the horror within yourself and perhaps the monster that you have become. This image reminds me of Dorian, the young man who made a deal with an ancient god for immortality. But yet this man had to commit heinous crimes and sins to maintain this opulence and immortality. And now he is presented with the reflection of his true self. And what he sees in the mirror is something very hard to accept. The next card is the Sun in reverse. This is a dark sun. Its light has been dimmed. There is no joy here or happiness. This is depression. This is, to a certain degree, losing hope. I feel that Andrew maybe is showing the world a very brave face, but within himself there is a lot of inner turmoil and struggle here. The following card is the Hermit in reverse. Again, this is having to go within, but there is no clarity here. There is no truth to be found here. I feel like this hermit is somebody who is creating some kind of distortion or illusion here. This may not be Andrew himself. You know, Andrew was very brash, and like I said, he did ruffle many feathers on his way to the top. And as we know, just as Tupac once said, once you reach the top, the only way for you is down. And the mainstream media love to make money on other people's downfall. I do not feel that the mainstream media is completely innocent in this. This hermit, I feel, may be someone in authority or in the media. Someone here is, I feel, exaggerating events and facts. It's possible that Andrew himself is not completely innocent, but I do not feel that he is guilty of the more severe crimes that he is accused of. I feel that there is some guilt, but I feel that there is sensationalism here. And like I said, there is some figure here in the shadows who is distorting the truth. The last card we have here is the Five of Wands in reverse. We see a solitary figure here overlooking what looks like a kingdom in the distance. There was a battle here that this person has been doing their best to avoid. Again, I feel this is Andrew here. Andrew is, as we know, a warrior, a fighter. He was a champion kickboxer. I think at the moment, Andrew is having to kind of be in this energy of being very passive aggressive. The only outlet he has, for example, now is some kind of other alternative platforms where he can voice some of his frustrations. But there is definitely a real fight on the horizon for him. Forces are gathering in secret. They are waiting to strike, but they are waiting for the right time. Whether they will have enough evidence to accuse him, I do not know. But there is a sense here that there is some kind of battle coming on the horizon. And I think Andrew is preparing himself for this in silence. There is a feeling here of some kind of defeat. I feel Andrew already feels a little bit defeated here. Because like I said, I do feel that many of the accusations are false, but yet there was this thing here with at the beginning here with the Six of Wands, where I feel Andrew was kind of willing to do whatever it took to get fame. And I think if you're willing to do whatever it takes to become famous, that will sometimes lead to very kind of maybe poor judgment, will lead to consequences that you may not foresee. So, and this other figure of the woman here, there is a woman here, I'm so certain, there is a woman here that was imprisoned in some way or trapped. And this woman does have something. She is definitely some type of a witness in this story. So we will see in the future what will transpire regarding this. Either way, I hope there is justice. If Andrew is being falsely accused, then he deserves his justice. But if he has done some of the things he's accused of, then obviously justice should take place. But like I said, all this is done for entertainment. None of this I can say to you is true or false. These are just the cards here and my interpretation of them. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, please like and subscribe. Thank you.